Then when I heard you were on the bill, I was excited. I was waiting to actually see you perform. And first of all, 4 years of Ghana Music Awards UK. Your impression of it?
Well, I must say so far so good. I was privileged enough to be a part of the maiden edition. Came here, played my role, and I have been fortunate to be a nominee on on every other edition
Right.
till this very year's edition.
Sure.
So my impression so far has been that the show keeps growing, it keeps improving, and as far as this very edition is concerned, I can see a lot of add-ons and a lot of upgrade on the sound quality, the stage, the lighting, the decor for the venue, even the choice of venue and everything. So I can see the event is here to stay and it's growing.
Beautiful. All right, so put together by Alodia Promotions and West Coast Entertainment. The show is here to stay, according to man like Samini Dagati. From Dankwansri to Untamed.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah, man.
Over 2 decades of being in the industry. And the last night you were honored as a legend who supported Ghana music and pushed Ghana music to the next level. What feeling does it represent to you?
It's always a great feeling to get the recognition, for your works, and when it's positive, then it's even for the better. So, we've been on road for, like you rightly said, almost 2 decades now, or not, if not more.
More than that.
And all we've been striving to achieve is to, make a mark, send the right message across to the world, entertain the world in general. Yeah, and then, go home happy. And then again, feed your family, make good money.
That's right.
So it's been great, and it's always a good feeling to get that recognition.
Sure.
When you've been doing your 100% best and you've been putting in your all just to make sure this music thing works.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple of months ago, in Ghana, was the VGMA, and you were in that category for the Artist of the Decade, which actually went to Sarkodie on the night. Does this award you're given take off that? Are you satisfied with that? Because on the night, a lot of people, Ghanaians felt that you should have been given that award, Artist of the Decade.
Well, it's two different things here. This one was more of a non-competitive one, so I think more of an honorary something. It's different from lining up artists from different generations and having people vote to decide on who is the artist of the decade. Sometimes the criteria doesn't necessarily make it the artist of the decade. It's the Ghana Music Awards Artist of the Decade, by choice through the Ghana Music Awards platform.
Sure.
So there's a lot more. There's a broader audience out there. There's a bigger world out there that would not necessarily go by the Ghana Music Awards criteria to arrive at an artist of the decade. So I'll let that lie, and I would always congratulate who won out of our list of nominees, because at the end of the day, those who make it for the short list become the artists of that decade.
Sure.
So if I come from a decade before and I'm still a nominee within the list of artists of the present decade, that alone I think is an encouragement, is rewarding. So I keep it going. We're on to the next decade now.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We're looking forward to see you in the next decade, and of course that would give you somewhere around 40 something. Right? And we still have that Samini pushing the agenda of Ghana music and reggae music. You talked about the world out there being the bigger picture for you. What do you have? I know that your song you have Worldwide, which is a beautiful song I have in my car every time I listen to it. But Worldwide, you have Samini Fest in Ghana. Do you have any shows out there that you intend to host? Something like a Samini concert for you and yours, featuring any other artists, but your concert for the rest of the world?
Yeah, definitely. I still have in the pipeline a tour that we're going to execute as the time goes. I'm still pushing, still doing my music, still putting out records, still making sure the fans are entertained and excited everywhere they find themselves.
Sure.
Yeah, so definitely as time goes, you will see, a road show with just me as the headline, and then the rest of my people with me.
You just came back from the US, from the Guba Awards,
Yeah.
which gives me the impression that you're still pushing the music agenda across. This is a question that I always wanted to ask. Where have you not performed yet? Maybe India, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I think India. I think India.
Most Ghanaians haven't been to that part. Most of the time, you come to Europe, give your fair shot in London, UK, and then you go to other parts. But how would you express yourself when you get to India or China or Taiwan?
Well, music is universal and it goes beyond language. So the moment your melodies and your rhythms connect with the people, you're going to find a way to communicate with them. So, and I am a performer, so when you have the performance pedigree,
no doubt about that.
Yeah, you're able to connect. Yeah.
Last night on the stage, you did a certain freestyle about if you move back hatchet, if you made it 5 years, if you made it 20. And that is something you do almost every time.
Yeah.
You creatively piece your words together. What inspires that?
It's been a part of me since childhood. I've always been the one in the house that would just come up with the most spontaneous jokes, will come up with the funniest stories, so I'm always able to keep to a storyline and execute it without a script. So this is just me putting melody to it because there's a beat in the background, and then we ride on with it.
Are you still going to star in movies? Because some time back you acted in a few movies.
If you see me in a movie, then it's my own production.
Oh.
If you see me in
You're
a
not ready
movie,
to feature in any...
Nah. What it is here is that I'm a brand.
Sure.
I'm a public figure.
Sure.
Anything you put my face on, it's like my album.
Okay.
Anything you put my picture on as the big promo of the thing, it's like me selling it.
Okay.
So if I would have my face on something like that, it has to be mine.
Okay.
Because end of the day, whoever that's doing that production will head off with whatever there is that you're...
it doesn't matter the charge?
Meant to be. No, not necessarily. If it's an international movie, why not? If it's an international production outside of Ghana, why not? But if it's a local production, I have enough stories I've written down. I have enough, we have high-grade films.
Okay.
Right. And if you see the Obra story like that, that's my story.
Okay.
That Lil Wayne actually came up with some of the, his part of the acting, which he did freestyle and off head, which is something I would give to him for also being a non-scripted actor. So to wrap up about movies and film, I have a lot of stories that I've written, so I've turned down a lot of scripts.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
How many scripts?
A lot. From when I showed up in a movie till today, movie directors always approach me.
Wow.
And unfortunately, I have to selfishly say, I can't play a role in your movie.
Okay.
Because I have films that I'm going to show a face, one or two, but really, it's not about me. It's about getting the right actors and the right people on board and making sure a good film is out.
So high-grade films, we're expecting a movie from you pretty soon.
Expect Obra.
Obra?
Yeah,
as a
expect
film?
An extended version of Obra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, expect an extended version of Obra, one of the biggest songs on the Untamed album. Talk about the Untamed album and reggae music. Your impression so far of reggae music in Ghana?
Reggae music in Ghana is where it needs to be right now, on the forefront, I should say, because from when we came in, we've never left off. And I had to find my way into the mainstream before I could, feel comfortable to do more reggae. you know. So I had some reggae songs, but I had to commercialize myself and come to the forefront with songs like Linda, songs like Where My Baby Day, songs like Sweet Mistake, songs like
music and
all of that, you know, all the Afrobeat and everything. But when you listen, you can tell this person is coming from a reggae background. So when I got the audience, then I realized I had to now finally give them a reggae album. And the reggae album is a hit album, which has different hit reggae songs on there, like My Own, Obra, Oba, and now exactly, and now Obra. I did My Own first, I did Rainbow. Oba, I did Rainbow, and now Obra, and all four kind of syncs well with my Ghanaian people.
Resonating with them.
Exactly. So it's not like a typical reggae song that they would feel like it's foreign, because I'm still trying to keep them with us. So if people like us are, you know, as part of the top 5 ranking Ghanaian artists today on all genres, then you can say reggae is doing what it needs to be doing right now.
That is really recognized.
No disrespect to the likes of Kojoenchi, who would be classified as high life, but
that's
reggae as well. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, and the likes of Stonebwoy and all
exactly. All of them are like in my era. Yeah, you know.
I can't believe say I come in cool. Mama ya wa, the person go promise to enjoy. Hey, anam wenuma, mase oko zinzinzi. Betes ani mu ye dewde ya. Wadin dubina, iduani ntina, zina wake kabom na wazayo. Onye betes bia no betesu, waka betesa, oye officer betes, wobo chow salute. Si onuma in with the yes, anum betes papa. No oma hangover so. Oye mpayin for once, intim no man with the yes, anum mpayin sa. Bomazina na wasanka officer betes. Officer betes, officer be a guy. One ton mo bi onye findu watche. Onye ma pemfo so. Num na nyansemu. Kai, one way bedi enko betes, one way the officer betes aba. Step Force Enterprise 0261 208 544 and 0502 315 896. Demonstrate FDA fahishem mawajatum. Officer betes, we a guy.
We're having a conversation with the man Samini, from Batman to Samini, and he's still here. Over 2 decades of being in the industry, and we caught up with him right here in London, Dagenham, after he was honored as someone who's played a major role in expanding Ghana music and throwing it to the rest of the world, reggae music for that matter. Let me just take your piece on the recent happenings in Ghana quickly before I talk about.
I haven't been in Ghana for 3 months or so.
Oh really?
So
I'm sure probably you would have heard.
Okay, let's see.
Well, it's coming from the camp of your brother Stonebwoy and Kelvin Boy. You held Stonebwoy's hand, I remember, way back in time, and he always gives you the props for that anytime he steps on stage, some way, somehow. The falling out of Kelvin Boy from Stonebwoy's camp. What is your impression? What's your take on that?
It's another incident in the industry, and I believe that the industry has to be able to move on and embrace what has occurred, because in every situation you look at the positive as well as the negative.
Sure.
So they've worked together for a period of time. They've mutually realized that they need to part ways, and that has happened. And unfortunately, because of the power of the internet today and the media's involvement in people's lives, you know, which is also their due work they need to do to serve whoever is interested. It just becomes clumsy because everybody brings in their takes, everybody brings in their opinions, everybody blames who they want to blame and all of that. But in reality, you don't expect Kelvin Boy to be under Stonebwoy forever. Yeah, so there will come a point where they are gonna part ways. So let's take it as Kelvin Boy has finished whatever he's doing under Stone Boy, and he has to move on.
Some of the headlines that came with from Stone's interview was that he says Kelvin was ungrateful in that regard, and this brought a lot of questions than answers.
That's entirely between them, and any utterance or any statement that comes from either of them is theirs to defend. I'm just an observer like you,
sure,
and I can't be the one to defend or debunk any of their claims because they know exactly what went down,
Okay.
Yeah, but what I would say is that it's always good to look at the positive side and, bless people's efforts and let people, build up on whatever it is that they've gained from anything, because it would be unfair to draw negativity into any of this going forward, because careers are at stake and people have families to feed.
Sure. People have families to feed. But let me ask you about collaborations. I know you follow Ghana music. I know you listen to Ghana music as well. You've been here for long. There's a new crop of talents that are in Ghana now and are pushing the music. Who are some of the people you listen to and you think that these guys are actually pushing?
I listen to everybody. I listen to everybody and everything that I come across that's happening, as far as Ghanaian entertainment is concerned. So I know every budding new artist. I know every current artist that has arrived that has more than just one song. I know all of them. So what I can say is that fortunately it has become a very, very interesting and competitive season, but healthy competition, because I see these new acts working together, vibing together more than it used to be
back then.
Sorry.
Are they on the right path in terms of?
Of course. Most of these guys are self-produced and stuff. Whereas in our days, you would have to
find a producer.
You'd have to
go to Hash
and stuff. Yeah. So now it's a different era where you can't limit anybody's talent. You can't limit anybody's, potential, because the internet is ready to put you out there the moment you put your stuff on there. So that's what's happening now. So I would like to say big up to all the new acts, from 2015. Yeah, from 2015 till now. Yeah, it's been good, because there were times where it was just a few of us and then plenty of foreign music.
True.
Now you can listen to a Ghanaian radio and you can hear, if not 100%, 95% Ghanaian music.
That's a good journey.
It's not by force. They're not playing it by force. We've realized that the media needed content, so we had to push content in there. And naturally, there's more kids coming up now, producing more than they used to be. So the DJ has more options now than they used to ever have.
You of all your songs, and we're wrapping up in a bit, of all your songs that you're producing over, I think, 7 albums, right? Are you gaining or getting royalties back home?
Of course. Of course. Not back home, not in Ghana.
I want to know about Ghana.
No. I know my royalties are piling up in Ghana, but I don't access that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's money for my family, my children. Yeah, that's what royalties is meant for.
Sure.
But physically, I see my international royalties every other 3-4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, beautiful one there. So Samini wrapping up. So when you come to London, what do you eat?
When I come to London, I still eat my Ghana food. I have family in London.
Okay.
I have a home here. So I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice food. All right, Samini, thank you so much. And any message out there to your fans as we go?
To the fans out there, keep supporting the music. Thanks for supporting me for all this while. We're still pushing, we're still here. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go subscribe so you'll be the first to know the notifications when we put out anything. Follow me online anywhere else. All my social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you find Samini. And I say one love, blessed, keep supporting the movement, high grade family, and Chisa.
Worldwide music. Samini, thank you so much for having us.
Waka